Thank you. Abraham, Lynn and I would like to thank you, all of you, for the wonderful information processes that we are living daily. Thank you. I am very curious about the non-physical world. How do we know the unknown in this body through our being?
Well, the more you reach for thoughts that feel good, the more you practice alignment with that broader perspective until it is possible to be in this physical body seeing life through the eyes of non-physical. In other words, the only thing that keeps you from seeing life through the eyes of non-physical is you do that thing you do that separates you. And when you do that thing that separates you, you always feel negative emotion. So when you are in the state of truly loving someone, you know, when you are so in love with someone, you're seeing through the eyes of non-physical. That's exactly what non-physical is feeling in that moment. So the more you practice deliberately moving yourself up, subject after subject, up the emotional scale, which is really a product of just releasing resistance, and you'll move naturally. The more you allow yourself to do that, then the more you see life in the way Source sees it.
Do we have counterparts that are there with us, that direct, that attempt to...
Let's rephrase your question to make our answer fit better. Well, in the same way that you are physically expressing in many perspectives, yes, there are many perspectives in the non-physical, and law of attraction causes a coalescing of those energies, just like law of attraction does here. But it's not hierarchy in the sense of rightness and wrongness, it's interest in the moment. In other words, the non-physical realm is a very expansive realm, and you have to understand that every thought that's ever been thought still exists, and law of attraction is causing a coalescing of all of them. And so, yes, when you are focused in non-physical, you will be aware of others.
Were we all with you at one point?
The answer to that is yes, in the sense that we are all non-physical energy, and that non-physical energy is expressing, but in the same way that there are billions of people on this planet who are not necessarily interested in talking about what we are talking about here and now, it is so in every dimension. In other words, law of attraction just matches it up, which is what makes this such an expansive and wonderful experience.
And like the Seth group, do you know of them? Are they with you?
The expression of that which you are calling Seth here in your physical experience is the same non-physical energy as that which you are calling Abraham. In other words, it's family of teachers. We are chips off the same block, so to speak.
Cool.
But even in all of that sameness, the interest of Jerry and Esther as compared to the interest of Rob and Jane is different enough that they have different experiences. Even the audience that gathers, you are the solicitor, you see. And so law of attraction just causes a continual swelling or expansion of the idea.
So our ideas of wisdom that we learn here today expands the mind of God, expands
Source expands through what you live. And when life causes you to ask for something uniquely that you have not asked for before, Source expands in that desire and immediately becomes one with that and rides the wave of that momentum and calls you incessantly toward it so that you can ride the same wave. Now hear this, haven't said this before, but your question is drawing it forth. Think about what we've been saying. So your source energy coming in, you have experiences that cause you to ask for more, which Source becomes. And now you are this non-physical Source energy expanded, and now your body has reemerged. You are no longer focused in this physical body. You've become non-physical energy, just having come from there. And now you are the most, powerful is not the right word, but present, active, non-physical energy in relationship to that which is physical of all. In other words, just having been physically focused, your interest in that which is physical is so very, very keen. So you could say that those like Abraham who are now visiting with you about the specifics of that which you are about, we are that energy too, you see. Esther had such an amazing experience the other night. They were visiting with friends, and Esther has commonly experienced since her work with Abraham that when they are around a dinner table or somewhere visiting with friends, and one of their friends will mention someone who is dear to them, someone especially that they very much love, who has recently made their transition to non-physical, Esther can often feel that energy begin moving through her body. She can feel the dearly departed, and she can feel their presence and their eagerness to participate in the dinner conversation that's going on. And she can feel their extra pleasure in the food. She can feel them in their adoration of their son or daughter or whoever it is. In other words, one day she said to a dear man whose mother had made his transition, "I can hardly contain myself. I want to crawl across the table and lick your face." In other words, his mother's appreciation of him was so powerful that Esther literally had to restrain herself in not showing the affection that she was feeling for this person. So at dinner the other night, they're visiting, and they're talking about this dear, dear, shaggy dog, a giant of a dog that had been with them for years and had been there last time Jerry and Esther had been there, and since then the dog has made its transition. And so this lovely couple is talking about their dog, who is presently buried a few feet from where they're having dinner in this magnificent backyard. And Esther felt the energy of this loving beast. And she said, "This is a first for me. I have never had a conversation with someone who was in their conversation able to activate the vibration of the energy of this pet to such a degree that I felt the energy." And then Esther said, with tears flowing, "It is the sweetest energy I have ever tasted. Truly unconditional love." That dog spends a lot of time in that backyard, and it's dead. We're not talking about under the ground. We're talking about romping with the deer. We're talking about chasing the frogs. We're talking about chasing the birds. We're talking about this renewed energy being still focused right where it was. And Esther felt the energy of it as she was there with these focused beings, you see. We are all energy, and to the degree that we are focused, you call it real. We say it's all real. And some of it you call physical and tangible, but it's all real. You're not going anywhere. You are the powerful, amazing, worthy being that you have always been, but you are more expanded now than ever.
Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed.